What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Betrothed by Kiera Cass. So I recently just reread all of the selection. You can go check out those videos. I'm still planning on rereading the spin-offs to those and The Siren as well, but this was all in preparation for the movie, but then it just kind of lined up so well with The Betrothed coming out. This is Kiera Cass's brand new novel, and it is filled with beautiful dresses and romance and just sweeping, beautiful scenery and all of that kind of stuff that we loved from the selection. So The Betrothed has nothing to do with the selection. There was a little bit of confusion about that. It is still like a royalty, like alternative universe type of thing. To me, it reminds me a lot of like Emma or Marie Antoinette, if you've seen like those newer adaptations of those stories, just with the way that like the fashions are done and like the attitudes and the sass, and like there's no music, but like you can almost hear the music playing like when they're walking these beautiful sweeping hallways. Like that's really what it reminds me of here. And our main character, Hollis, is one of the girls that has caught the king's eye. There is a very young king. He has kind of been going from girl to girl to girl, trying to figure out who he wants to settle down with, and Hollis is his current favorite, and it's really looking like she's going to be the betrothed. She is going to become the next queen. And what was interesting about this book, so I didn't like it as much. I did give it a C+. I didn't like it as much as I've liked Kiera Cass's other books. I think a big part of that was that this book isn't really a romance. There is romance in it, but it's really about Hollis figuring out who she is and what she wants, because at the very beginning of this book, like, she would very gladly marry the king and become the queen, but she does meet somebody new, and they have kind of this instant connection, and it's very passionate and it's very physical. Like, there's no smut in this book, but it's just that like instant connection. She's very drawn to him. So seeing that kind of juxtaposition, seeing this other life she could have, it does make Hollis wonder, like, is this what she wants? Is being the queen, is marrying this king who she wants to be in life? And I did really enjoy that. I thought it was really interesting, but I will say I felt like there wasn't as much here in this book. I was kind of waiting for things to happen. I was kind of like waiting for things to like heat up with Silas, or waiting for some kind of plot to be introduced. Like I said, I just reread the selection, so I was kind of expecting it to be a lot more similar to it, and it just wasn't. So part of that is probably my expectation, but I do think it just hasn't gotten there yet. I will say I'm fairly positive that this is the beginning of a series, just with the way that this book leaves off, which makes me very hopeful, because this cannot be it. That's all I kept thinking as I was reading it. I was like, I just really hope this isn't it, because I feel like there's more room to tell more stories. Like, I really loved the female relationships in the story. It's really about Holland and her relationship with like this foreign queen and her best friend and just all of this. So just it's a really amazing story, and I think it's really beautiful on its own, but I think there's so much more room for Kiera Cass to tell a bigger story, and just knowing what she's capable of, I really hope that that's the direction that we're going in. So would I recommend The Betrothed? I think it's a really great story. I would say, you know, keep your expectations low, but it is really fun. You know, with Kiera Cass, like, these books are like candy. They're very easy to read, so there's definitely nothing wrong with reading this book, but it just wasn't everything I was expecting. So C+ for me, really hoping we get to see more of this story. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything I got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. I also just want to say that this is a hardback, and everything else I have from Kiera Cass is a paperback, and I don't know where it's gonna go.